They told you that eating fish is always healthy, that it protects your heart, sharpens your brain, and helps you live longer. But what if I told you that some of the fish most seniors eat every week are silently damaging their brain, their arteries, and even accelerating aging itself? If you are over 60, this is not just about diet. This is about stroke risk, memory loss, joint pain, and how fast your body declines. A major study published in 2023 found that eating the wrong types of fish just twice per week can increase the risk of stroke and cognitive decline by up to 70 to 80% in older adults. And here's the scariest part. Most seniors think they are making healthy choices, while unknowingly eating fish that are loaded with mercury, toxins, and inflammatory fats. But there's good news. Research from the Journal of Gerontology shows that the right fish can actually lower Alzheimer's risk, protect blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and support muscle strength, even after 60. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 4 fish you should never touch after 60, and the 4 fish you should eat regularly to protect your brain and heart. Every claim is based on real research, not internet rumors. And I've linked scientific sources below for those who want to verify the data. Before we begin, tell me in the comments, what fish do you eat most often right now? I read as many comments as I can, and your answer might help someone else avoid serious health problems. Now let's start with the fish that do the most damage after 60. Worst fish number 4, imported catfish. At first glance, catfish seems harmless. It's cheap, mild in flavor, and easy to cook. But if your catfish is imported, especially from overseas fish farms, it may be one of the most contaminated fish you can eat. Here's why. In many foreign fish farms, catfish are raised in extremely crowded, dirty water. When disease spreads, farmers rely heavily on antibiotics and chemicals just to keep the fish alive. Those chemicals don't disappear. They build up in the fish and then enter your body. For seniors, this is especially dangerous. As we age, the immune system weakens and the liver and kidneys detox more slowly. That means toxins stay in the body longer and cause more damage. Testing of imported catfish has found antibiotic residues, industrial pollutants, heavy metals like lead and mercury, and even banned chemicals in some samples. Over time, these toxins increase risk for kidney damage, neurological decline, immune suppression, and certain cancers. But that's not the only problem. Farmed catfish are usually fed cheap corn and soy-based diets, which creates a very high omega-6 to omega-3 fat ratio. Too much omega-6 fat fuels inflammation, and chronic inflammation is the root cause of arthritis, heart disease, autoimmune disorders, and accelerated aging. So instead of calming inflammation like healthy fish should, imported catfish often makes it worse. Even worse, nutritionally it offers very little benefit, low omega-3s, low antioxidants, and mediocre protein quality. So you're getting maximum risk with minimal reward. If you ever eat catfish, only choose U.S. farm-raised catfish, which is strictly regulated. But imported catfish? After 60, it's simply not worth the gamble. Worst fish number 3, tuna. For decades, tuna has been marketed as the perfect health food. High protein, low fat, quick and convenient. But for seniors, tuna hides one of the most dangerous threats to brain health: mercury. Tuna are large, predatory fish. They live long and eat many smaller fish, which means mercury accumulates in their bodies year after year. And when you eat tuna, that mercury builds up in your brain and nervous system. In younger people, small amounts may be tolerated. But after 60, detoxification slows, and mercury becomes far more damaging. Mercury exposure has been linked to memory loss, confusion, tremors, mood changes, and faster cognitive decline. Symptoms that many seniors assume are just normal aging. But in reality, diet may be playing a major role. One major study found that older adults with higher mercury levels from tuna consumption had up to a 65% higher risk of cognitive decline. And here's what almost no one tells you. Just 2 servings per week of albacore or big eye tuna can push mercury levels beyond what's considered safe for seniors. Even canned tuna isn't harmless. Light tuna contains less mercury, but when eaten frequently, which many seniors do because it's cheap and easy, mercury still builds up over time. And mercury doesn't leave quickly. It stays in tissues for months, sometimes years. That means damage accumulates silently until symptoms appear. Can you ever eat tuna? Occasionally, yes, but after 60, tuna should be rare, not routine. Once or twice per month at most, and preferably light tuna only. The truth is, there are far safer fish that provide the same protein and omega-3 benefits without poisoning your nervous system. That's why tuna earns its place on the avoid list for seniors. Worst fish number 2, king mackerel. Mackerel can be confusing because there are 2 very different kinds. Smaller types like Atlantic or Spanish mackerel can be reasonable choices. But king mackerel is a completely different story. King mackerel is a large, predatory fish that lives high on the food chain, and the longer a fish lives, the more toxins it collects, especially mercury. In fact, king mackerel is consistently ranked among the highest mercury fish in the ocean. For someone over 60, this matters a lot. Mercury directly affects memory, balance, mood, and nerve function. Even small, repeated exposures can quietly increase problems like shakiness, difficulty concentrating, and emotional instability, symptoms many people mistakenly blame on aging. Mercury also stresses the heart. It damages blood vessel lining, increases oxidative stress, and can interfere with normal heart rhythm. For seniors already managing blood pressure or circulation issues, this adds extra strain the body does not need. Health agencies around the world agree on this point. King mackerel is on the avoid completely list for older adults due to its mercury content. And here's what makes it even more risky. In many restaurants and markets, it's simply labeled as mackerel. Unless you ask, you may not know which type you are getting. That means well-meaning seniors often order grilled mackerel, thinking they are making a healthy choice, when in reality, they may be consuming one of the most contaminated fish available. If you enjoy the taste of mackerel, stick to Atlantic or Spanish mackerel only, and even those in moderation. But king mackerel, after 60, it is best left off your plate entirely. Worst fish number 1, farmed tilapia. This one surprises many people. Tilapia is cheap, mild, and everywhere. It is often advertised as a healthy, lean protein, but farmed tilapia is one of the most inflammatory fish you can eat, and that is the exact opposite of what seniors need. Oh, here's why. Most tilapia today comes from large fish farms where the fish are packed into crowded tanks or ponds. Waste builds up quickly, and disease spreads easily. To keep the fish alive, farms often rely on antibiotics, antifungal agents, and chemical treatments. These substances don't disappear. They remain in the fish and enter your body when you eat it. But the biggest problem is what tilapia are fed. To reduce costs, farmed tilapia are often given diets made of corn, soy, and other cheap fillers. This creates a fat profile that is extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids and very low in omega-3s. Your body needs some omega-6 fats, but too much drives inflammation. And chronic inflammation fuels joint pain, artery stiffness, insulin resistance, and cognitive decline. In fact, studies have shown that tilapia can raise inflammatory markers more than some processed meats. That means people who eat tilapia thinking it is heart healthy may actually be increasing stress on their joints and blood vessels. There is also concern about industrial pollutants. Testing has found that some farmed tilapia contain traces of persistent toxins that remain in the body for long periods and may interfere with immune and hormone balance. On top of all that, tilapia is not very nutritious. It contains very low omega-3 content, modest mineral levels, and fewer protective antioxidants. So once again, you get high risk and low benefit. There are far better fish at similar prices that provide real healing nutrients. For seniors who want to protect their heart, brain, and joints, farmed tilapia is simply not a good choice. Transition. Now let's talk about healing fish. Now here's the encouraging part. Not all fish are dangerous. In fact, some of the most powerful foods for healthy aging come from the ocean. The right fish can calm inflammation, support memory, protect blood vessels, strengthen muscles and bones, and many of them are affordable and easy to prepare. So now that you know which fish to avoid, let's shift to the positive side. Here are the 4 fish that can truly support your health after 60, starting with one that doesn't get enough attention, but absolutely deserves a place on your dinner table. Best fish number 4, wild Pacific cod. When most people think of healthy fish, they usually think of salmon or tuna. But quietly, without much attention, wild Pacific cod delivers exactly what seniors need most: clean protein, low toxin exposure, and powerful mineral support. Let's start with protein. After 60, muscle loss becomes one of the biggest threats to independence. Weak muscles lead to balance problems, slower walking, and higher fall risk. A single serving of wild Pacific cod provides around 35 to 40 grams of complete protein with very little fat and fewer calories. That means your muscles get what they need without burdening digestion or circulation. But cod is not just about muscle. It is one of the best natural sources of selenium, a trace mineral that plays a major role in immune function, thyroid balance, and protecting brain cells from oxidative stress. Just one serving of cod can provide more than 100% of daily selenium needs. Why does that matter after 60? Low selenium levels have been linked to faster cognitive decline, weaker immune response, and higher risk of age-related disorders. Cod also delivers vitamin B12, which becomes harder to absorb with age. Low B12 can cause fatigue, memory problems, and nerve discomfort, symptoms often mistaken for just getting older. Another advantage of cod is safety. Wild Pacific cod live relatively short lives and feed low on the food chain. That means they accumulate very little mercury or industrial toxins. Compared to large predatory fish, cod is considered one of the cleanest options for regular consumption. And digestion matters too. Cod has a light, flaky texture that is easy on the stomach, making it ideal for seniors who struggle with heavy or oily foods. For best results, preparation is important. Avoid deep frying, which damages delicate proteins and adds inflammatory fats. Instead, bake or steam cod gently and pair it with olive oil, avocado, or a small amount of butter, or a small. These healthy fats help your body absorb fat-soluble nutrients more efficiently. Wild Pacific cod may not be flashy, but it is one of the most reliable senior-friendly fish you can eat to protect strength, immunity, and brain health. Best fish number 3, sardines. At first glance, sardines don't look impressive. They're small, often sold in cans, and many people overlook them completely. But nutritionally, sardines are one of the most powerful aging supportive foods available. Let's start with omega-3 fats. Sardines are extremely rich in EPA and DHA, the 2 omega-3s that directly support brain health, joint comfort, and blood vessel flexibility. Chronic inflammation increases naturally with age. That inflammation contributes to arthritis, artery stiffness, and even mood changes. Omega-3s help calm that internal inflammation and improve circulation throughout the body. But sardines offer something even more valuable for seniors: bone protection. Because sardines are eaten with their soft bones, they provide calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D, all in highly absorbable forms. This combination strengthens bones and reduces fracture risk, a major concern after 60. Many seniors don't realize they are vitamin D deficient. Lower vitamin D levels are linked to weaker muscles, poorer balance, and lower immune defense. Just one serving of sardines provides a meaningful amount of vitamin D along with the minerals needed to put that vitamin to work. And here's another major advantage. Sardines are very low on the food chain. They feed on plankton, not other fish. That means they accumulate almost no mercury or heavy metals. Unlike tuna or king mackerel, sardines are considered one of the safest fish to eat regularly. They are also rich in vitamin B12, which supports nerve health and mental clarity, and complete protein that helps maintain muscle. Studies consistently show that people who eat small fatty fish regularly tend to have better cardiovascular health, stronger bones, and improved cognitive stability. And sardines are practical. They're affordable, shelf-stable, and easy to prepare. You can add them to salads, mash them on whole grain toast, mix them into pasta with olive oil and herbs. For seniors who want powerful nutrition without complicated cooking, sardines are one of the best choices available. Best fish number 2, wild Alaskan salmon. If there is one fish that doctors and nutrition scientists consistently agree on, it's wild Alaskan salmon. For seniors over 60, this fish does far more than just provide protein. It actively protects the brain, the heart, the joints, and even the skin. Let's start with the brain. Wild salmon is one of the richest natural sources of DHA, the omega-3 fat that makes up a large portion of brain cell membranes. Research from multiple universities shows that seniors with higher DHA levels have better memory, faster thinking speed, and lower risk of cognitive decline. In simple terms, DHA helps your brain cells communicate more efficiently, but that's only the beginning. Salmon is also extremely powerful against chronic inflammation, which is one of the biggest drivers of joint stiffness, artery damage, and muscle weakness. The EPA in salmon helps calm inflammatory pathways throughout the body, improving circulation and reducing pain. Now let's talk about muscle. After 60, the body becomes less efficient at using protein. That's why many seniors lose muscle even when they think they're eating enough. Wild salmon delivers about 40 grams of high-quality, highly absorbable protein per serving, making it ideal for maintaining strength and balance. And here's something most people don't realize. The pink color of wild salmon comes from astaxanthin, one of the most powerful antioxidants found in food. Astaxanthin protects cells from oxidative damage, supports eye health, improves skin elasticity, and even helps reduce muscle fatigue. It's like internal sunscreen for your tissues. Salmon also provides vitamin D for bones and immunity, selenium for thyroid and brain protection, vitamin B12 for nerve function and energy, but quality matters. Always choose wild-caught Alaskan salmon, not farmed salmon. Farmed salmon often contains lower omega-3 levels, higher inflammatory fats, and potential chemical residues. For best results, cook salmon gently. Bake, steam, or pan-sear at medium heat. Avoid deep frying, which damages healthy fats. Pair it with vegetables and olive oil, and you have a meal that actively supports longevity. Wild salmon doesn't just slow aging, it helps your body function more like it did years ago. Best fish number 1, rainbow trout. Now we come to the fish that quietly outperforms almost all others for senior health. Rainbow trout. It combines the safety of cod, the omega-3 benefits of salmon, and the mineral profile of sardines, all in one clean, gentle, and highly nutritious package. First, let's talk safety. Rainbow trout raised in the United States are grown under strict environmental standards in clean freshwater systems. That means very low mercury, minimal chemical exposure, and excellent quality control. For seniors concerned about toxins accumulating in the body, trout is one of the safest choices available. Now, nutrition. Rainbow trout provides an ideal amount of omega-3 fatty acids, enough to protect the heart and brain without being too heavy or oily for digestion. Omega-3s help reduce artery stiffness, improve circulation, support memory and mood. But trout goes even further. It is rich in potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure by balancing sodium levels, critical for stroke prevention. It also delivers phosphorus for bone strength, iron for energy and oxygen delivery, zinc for immune protection and healing. And its B vitamin profile is exceptional, especially niacin, vitamin B3, which helps improve cholesterol balance, support blood vessel health, and boost energy metabolism. Another powerful benefit is vitamin E. Vitamin E protects cell membranes and strengthens immune defenses, extremely important as natural immune response weakens with age. But there is one more reason trout earns the number 1 spot: digestibility. Many seniors struggle with heavy or oily foods. Trout has a mild flavor and soft, flaky texture that is easy to chew and easy to digest. That means your body can actually absorb and use the nutrients instead of struggling to process them. Trout is also incredibly versatile. You can bake it, grill it, or pan-sear it with herbs and lemon without losing nutritional value. And because it tastes mild, people are more likely to eat it regularly, which is what truly creates long-term health benefits. If there were one fish to build your weekly meals around after 60, rainbow trout is one of the smartest choices you can make. Final message. So now you know the truth. Some fish quietly damage the brain, strain the heart, and fuel inflammation. Others actively protect your memory, strengthen your muscles, and help you stay independent longer. After 60, food is no longer just fuel. It becomes daily medicine or daily harm. By avoiding fish high in mercury and toxins and choosing clean, nutrient-dense options like cod, sardines, wild salmon, and rainbow trout, you are giving your body the tools it needs to age stronger instead of weaker. And remember, you don't need to change everything at once. Start small. Replace just one unhealthy fish meal each week with a better option. Over time, those choices add up to better balance, clearer thinking, and stronger muscles. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which fish do you eat most often right now? And which one are you willing to add to your meals this week? Tell us in the comments. We raid and reply to as many as we can. If this video helped you, please like it, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe for more science-backed health tips for seniors, because aging does not have to mean decline. With the right choices, your strongest years can still be ahead of you. Thanks for watching.